All right, yo, salute. What's going on? It's your man, Words Taylor. So we're back for, we're still in the series, the Ready to Launch series. Whether the whole series is called Ready to Launch. Okay, let's be clear. But we're in this series on human behavior when it comes to building your business, right? So the whole focus of this series is helping new and aspiring entrepreneurs be able to start building their business and create predictable income. And I've gone through three of the behavior types already: the hunter, the explorer, the builder. Now we're talking about the fourth. So if you have not heard the other three, please go back and watch those videos. They are labeled so you can dig in. All right. This is the fourth installment. So this one is, okay, for instance, this is my wife all day. And I used to get in, let me see, I used to get irritated with this behavior type because they have a perfectionist mindset, right? They strive for perfection. These are data-driven people, right? Where they're black and white, they're informed, and they want you to be informed as well. And their turnoff is when you're uninformed. Or their turnoff is when they feel like, because they're naturally skeptics, when they feel like you're trying to get over on them or you're insulting their intelligence. The other thing about them is they're more system-based. So when you're talking to them, you want to make sure that you're talking about a system that you have. You want to talk about data. So yeah, it's cool that you made 6 figures, but do you have a formula on how you made that 6 figures? This is what they're listening for. It's cool that you have a 6-pack, but do you have a formula? Because if you did a 21-day water fast, then okay, yeah, you have a 6-pack, but that's not something that is duplicatable, right? So they want things that are duplicatable, right? And you have a system to what you do, and the system works. So let me give you an example. My wife we're talking to, this is when we were staying in a townhome, right? She was like, yeah, man, I want to get a grill and I'm gonna put it out on our deck. We had a wooden deck. And she gets a fire grill, the charcoal, and has it on the deck. I'm like, babe, what are we doing here? Okay, one little spark and this whole thing could go up. And so she was like, yeah, I thought about that. But now what she did not like is the landlord saw it and said something as well. So she's like, well, is that in the lease? And he was like, yes. Do you know this girl went and pulled this? I don't know, the lease is what, 7, 8 pages, 10 pages. She line by line. And she said, well, I mean, she's gonna screenshot it, everything. And she said, well, it's not explicit, but I can see how you're hinting towards this, but it's just not explicit or whatever. But when you think about this behavior type, they want your yes to be yes and your no to be no. So if you say this is what it will be, then they want that. They want that. And they're naturally skeptic of these things, especially if you don't have a proven strategy already. If you don't have a step-by-step system in place already, they're naturally going to be skeptic because they're looking for the flaws in it, right? And it's not an insult. That's just their natural behavior. That's how they're wired. They're wired to see the gaps. There were so many times where I submitted ideas to my wife and was like, yo, man, what do you think about this? Because I see, we're going to make $10 million. And there was so many times where she was just like, well, babe, did you think about this? And you got to do this, and then I'm like, see, you always ruin you always. But what she was doing was identifying, Yeah, she wasn't saying it was a bad plan. What she was saying was, babe, you haven't considered the things that could go wrong. You need to cure those. Now, whenever I have a plan, I'm like, yo, babe, check this out. And she would then say, oh, I like it, but this is cool. Let me get that. And I'm gonna go cure those problems. I look for her to find the gaps. And so with these people, if you're going to help them, you better be dominant in the area where you say you're going to be, that you're going to help them. All right. So when I had a young lady like, yo, we help, build systems. And she sent me an email like, hold on, your system ain't systeming. What are you talking about? You're going to help me with the system. I had another one that is this behavior type. And this is how I am able to identify the behavior type. She sent me an email with all my grammatical errors inside my email and on my sales page. I said, okay. Because this is the thing that is helping them make decisions. What you say is important. You said this. They're the ones that are taking notes. They took notes. No, hold on. I remember, and I actually put quotes around it. You said. So when I am marketing to them, I'm making sure to say things like, one, I have a step-by-step system that has gotten these results, right? We've been able to get 6 figures from these results. Here are the steps that we did to do that. And then here's the formula that I go by. Like, so I may say things like, yo, so here's the formula that I go by. I know that if I get 100 people to register for my webinar, I'm going to get about 40 people to show up. Of that 40, I may convert about 10% of them. I'll get 4 sales. My product is, if it's $1,000, I'll make $4,000. Now I know that over, if I'm doing 2 of those webinars a week, right? Now that's 8,000 a week over a 4-week period. That's 32 grand. So by month 5, I'm going to be at the 6-figure mark. So when they see that, it's like, oh, okay, cool. All right. And then I can say to them, now, let me manage your expectation. Let's cut that in half. And let's say we're not converting that 10%. Okay, so then we are, by month 10, we will look to be at that 6-figure mark, right? So now there's some data. They don't want to make emotional decisions. They want to make data-driven decisions. And that's how business should be ran in the first place. Data-driven. All right, so, examples of these people will be like your Warren Buffett and your Mark Zuckerbergs and things like that, where they're just data-driven. All right, so when you want to get them, again, there's no fluff. They don't care about the lights, camera, action. They don't even care about the names of the people that you've worked with necessarily. All right. They care about, is this a system that I can plug into that is duplicatable? Is it realistic? And okay, point me in the direction. I have some of these people in my program, and this is why I set it up the way I do, where there's worksheets, there's a video, and there's a worksheet that goes with every single video. Some of them the group may not be enticing to them. What's enticing is you better have a system that I can do on my own, and just only thing I need you for is to confirm that this is what you were looking for when you put this together. So them being in a group full of people, they may be like, okay, I'll get in a group, but and I'll just see what everybody's talking about, but I may not even say anything in the group. They can get on a call and they may not even say anything on a call. But their only thing is like, their question may be, yep, I got all of it done. How do I submit it? Who's checking this? Okay, cool. That's all I needed. So what you need to do is when you're doing with them, you need to show them like, look, so like you'll see on my webinar or whatever, I actually go into my back office and I show them, here are the videos, here are the worksheets, here's how the worksheets look. I then also show things like, I give an example of here's how this process works, and here are the percentages, and here are the outcomes that happen from that, right? So I show all of these things, and that's the thing that it's like, okay, I like that. I show the formulas. I show these things. So when you're trying to get these people to make that decision, this is what they need. They need the data of it. So I eat, if you're going weight loss, I eat this at this time, at this time, at this time. I count it out by ounces. So I'm only eating 7 ounces of this. I eat 4 ounces of this, 3 ounces of this. And I do this 4 times a day. I'm gonna do this for a 12-week period. After 12 weeks, then I'm gonna transition to this. My workouts look like this. These are the people that you're probably gonna see. It's rare that you're gonna see a hunter or an explorer with a notebook in a gym. They're coming in like, you know what? I might just do some of everything today. I'm gonna do a full body today. Or they come in and like, you know what? It just depends on how they feel. But an experimenter is gonna come in. These are people you're gonna come see with the notebook. And they're like, okay, this week I did 4 sets of this at 125, because they're measuring the results. They want the data. So you have to present that to them. They need to know that that's a part of what you do in order for them to say yes. Y'all see that? I'm telling you, once you understand this, in my program in Dream Builder Nation, we do this. We dig into, like, this is the first thing that I have you do. I have you take the assessment for yourself. And then after you take the assessment, there's a training that we have you go through so you can start to understand your behavior. And then you also can understand the business behavior, like the customer behavior. All right. It's a fascinating thing. Actually, if you're interested in just going ahead and joining Dream Builder Nation and being able to truly understand how we put a client acquisition system together, how we teach you how to build your business, structure it, all of those things, I actually have that link below where you can go ahead and join the community. And let's get this work, y'all. And again, you get, you'll see all the information, but you get access to 5 calls a week. I'm on every single week. Coaches are a part of the community. But my goal was to create an environment where there was constant support, where you can talk to live people, and where you can actually get the help and start getting the results you want. So go ahead and click that link below and get you all the information it's a training. I'm gonna do a training first, and then from there, the training, I explore everything that you'll get access to. All right, let's get this work, y'all. Now, I did say I was gonna give you a bonus. So this next thing I'm about to give you, let's go. Yeah.